Hey everyone, today we're going to be creating an Azure free account. There's little mistakes that I see people make that actually lead to larger consequences, or they're missing out on things that they should be getting. So today we'll be covering that. We'll be covering the different types of accounts that you can make and also how to get these free tier credits. In this case, we're going to be getting over $200 in credits, which is awesome. If you want to follow along with me, click the link in the description down below and you'll pop up on the same window as I am. But if you scroll down here, you'll notice that there is actually two different types of accounts with Azure. The pay-as-you-go model is very standard across cloud providers. You're only paying for what you use. There's no upfront cost. There's no cancellation fees. You get access to what we'll look at soon, which is some free 12-month services and always free services within Azure. But the one that we're actually going to be focusing on today is the Azure free account. And the reason we're focusing on this is because you get $200 in free credit when you sign up. Plus, you also get some other benefits. So first thing to note, with this $200 in free credit, a lot of people think you have it forever. That's not true. You only have it for 30 days from the date that you sign up and create your account. After this 30-day period, your $200 will disappear. It'll be gone. Any services that you're using at that point in time will be disabled or paused, and you will be asked to upgrade to a pay-as-you-go account. The cool thing about this Azure free account is that you can't get charged real money until you have upgraded to a pay-as-you-go account. So as long as you're in this account, you won't get charged anything. This makes it perfect for people who are learning, or if you're doing some of our projects, it just gives you that peace of mind so that you can do all these things without ever getting charged. But I want to also quickly go over these two right here, always free and 12-month free services. If we scroll down the page here, you'll notice that there is some services here that say always and some that say 12-month. And with these services, let's take Azure DevOps, for example, you always have 5 users with unlimited private Git repos. Or you always will have 0.5 million neural characters per month in the Azure Speech and Foundry tools. Typically with these always free things, they have some sort of monthly or lifetime limit, and then after that you'll get charged a certain amount. It's kind of a little cheeky from Azure or any other cloud providers. They do the same thing, but just make sure you're looking at these products if you're going to use them, and you can then see what the limits are and if you stay within those. But again, you won't get charged if you're on the Azure free account. You only get charged if you upgrade to pay-as-you-go. The same thing goes for 12-month free things. When you create your account, the 12-month period starts then, and for 12 months you'll get 1 standard tier registry with 100 gigabyte storage and 10 webhooks. There is a lot of different services and things that you can experiment with. I'd recommend just clicking into here and you can view all of those. When you're in here, you can go down and explore the 65 different always free services and go through the 12-month free ones as well. There's a lot of Azure's most popular services that are within here so that you can at least try things out, and you're typically not even going to exceed those limits if you are trying things out. But it is important to stay cautious about what you're doing if you're on that pay-as-you-go model. For now, let's go ahead and actually create an account here. So I'm going to go get started with Azure. We're going to go try Azure for free, or you can scroll down here and click this one if it's easier for you. Once you're in here, it's going to ask you to create an account. Let's create one. I'm going to type in my email address here, hit next, and you're going to get an email verification code sent to your email. So I'm just going to go to my email, copy this in, and then paste it in here. And you're going to get asked to fill in some details here. So I'm just going to fill in these details, go ahead and hit next. Again, you're going to get asked to fill in your first and last name. So I'm going to do that. Go ahead and hit next. Oh man, this is a new challenge. Press and hold. Nice. These capture challenges are getting more and more interesting. You might get asked to create a passkey. I'm just going to create a passkey for safety. Super easy to set that up. Click continue, and you're going to get asked some security questions in here. So I'm planning to use it for personal use. You got to put in your phone number here, hit next, your address. You got to click this one, and you don't have to click the others. Now you do have to put in your credit card information, but you're going to get a warning here that you won't be charged unless you move to that pay-as-you-go model. Go ahead and finish all your account setup information. You're going to get asked to set up multi-factor authentication. I've already set up a passkey, which is great. So I can click OK, and it's going to start creating your account. And congrats, you've created your account. You'll land in this page right here. You can go ahead and click continue. Now for this particular tutorial, I'm not going to cover any of this, but I'm going to show you how to actually see how many credits you've used, because I think that is valuable information. So you can go to the top left-hand corner here and then go to cost and billing management, which is at the bottom here. We'll then go to cost management here, and we'll open up this billings tab and go to payment methods. And within payment methods, you'll see your credit card here, but within 24 to I'd say like 72 hours, you're going to see another window pop up here, which will show you how many credits you've actually spent. Make sure to keep an eye on that so you know how much you're spending, but remember you only have 30 days to use these credits as well. One thing I want to note is if you do want to upgrade your account, you will get an email from Azure. Additionally, you'll probably see an upgrade button pop up in the next couple of days at the top here, asking you to upgrade if you want to upgrade. One of the things to note is that even if you do upgrade to a pay-as-you-go model in the 30-day window, your credits will actually move with you in the pay-as-you-go account. So you can use those $200 credits for the first 30 days with a pay-as-you-go account. But when you get to the end of those 30 days, you'll get charged like normal. Oh, and if you are wanting to learn Azure or any other tech skill, really, I'd recommend this website. I'll leave it in the link down below, where you can get hands-on projects to do. You can search up Azure, or they have other roadmaps in here as well. So they have like DevOps engineering, FinOps, cloud, AI, security. But let's say we're doing Azure. We're going to search up Azure, click into a project, and you get a step-by-step guide where you will learn hands-on through these projects how to use Azure. It'll be completely free. And as you go through, I'd recommend that you fill in these questions, because you'll get documentation that you can then share to LinkedIn or GitHub, or share it to any recruiters, because you want to be able to show your skills, and this is the best way to do it. Additionally, as we wrap up this video, if you are a student, you can also sign up for the Start Free as a Student, where in here you'll get $100 credit, but this lasts for 12 months. It's only available for full-time university students, and you just got to sign up and go through your student university email, and you should get those credits. It is useful because it lasts for 12 months, but if you're going to be using $200 of credits in the first 30 days, then you probably just want to create a free account. Likewise, if you're a startup or a business, then I'd recommend checking out their startup program, where you can get up to 5K. I think there's other programs where you can get up to 150K. So I'd definitely check that out as well. That is all for today, guys. Let me know if you have any questions down below. Cover anything else, and like and subscribe. Catch you in the next one. Peace.